Misty Proctor with Beverly-Hanks in Saluda, North Carolina. It is January of 2022, and that means it is time for the 2021 year-end market report. I'll be taking just a few minutes here in the beginning to share with you some national, regional, and county-wide data about the real estate activity. If you would like, if you're a Saluda resident or just particularly interested in Saluda only and you want to skip past, then feel free to fast forward until you see another slide like this one in the video, and that will help save some time and get you right to what you're wanting to see. So we'll go ahead and start with the home price forecast. As you can see, there's quite a few on the screen here. We have Zillow forecasting an 11% increase in home values over the next year. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, 8.4% and 6% respectively. And then a not so bullish prediction by CoreLogic of 2.8% increase. You can see the MBA has predicted year-over-year gain of 15.3% in the first quarter, but by the year end, year-over-year, 2.5% drop in home prices, and then Realtor.com at 2.9%. Here's another graph showing some slightly different numbers that were predicted by the same companies as you can see here. Why are these numbers so different? Why the fluctuation? I mean, if you check the internet, the articles are stating variations. Even over the past couple of weeks, some of these numbers have changed considerably. As you well are aware, I'm sure, that these numbers are predicted based on things like inflation rate and mortgage rates predicted to increase as well. So we just need to keep an eye out and understand that, generally speaking, home prices will continue to rise, hopefully not at the same rate, at a much slower rate, but now would be the best time to buy and or sell a home rather than waiting to see if they would come down considerably. They are not expected to do so. And in case you're interested, here are some numbers about the mortgage rates as they're expected to increase. You can see Fannie Mae is predicting 3.3%, which is actually where we're at right about now in January. And MBA, an aggressive 4%, maybe even higher towards the end of the year, according to numbers that I've looked at more recently than what are being displayed here. But still, overall, as you can see, average 22 projection of 3.5% is still much lower than any in past years since the 1970s. And here's a look regionally at what's been happening in Western North Carolina versus in Polk County, where we reside in Saluda. As you can see, median sales prices have risen 12% in 2020 to 2021. By year in 2021, they had gone up to $364,270. You can also see that the number of homes for sale in the region decreased by 32% by 2021 year end, down from 1,644 to 1,113. Compared to Polk County, you can see that there has been a decrease of 28% of number of homes for sale from 2020 to 2021, from 67 homes to 48 homes. And you can see that the median sales price has changed from 2020 to 2021 by 20%. So much higher increase in median sales price than the region here in Polk County. So as I'm sure most of you are wanting to hear about in Saluda, the real estate activity has been very interesting in 2021. So in the following few minutes, I'll be sharing with you some very specific data on things like the average price per square foot, median price per square foot, homes that have sold that were on the really high end and considerably on the low end, just to give you some data and understanding of, like I said, what has been going on here in Saluda, particularly over the last year. All right, so here you go. Data from the MLS, taken as it shows from January 1st to December 31st of 2021. There was 116 total listings. That includes any that were closed, are pending, withdrawn, temporarily off the market, or under contract showing. So, or expired as well. So all the types of listings that are possible, 116 of those. You can see that the median for all of those was $215 per square foot, rounded down. and that the median sales price of all of those homes was $415,000. There's some other great information here on this if you'd like to pause and study that for a moment. All right, and as promised, I said I would share with you some interesting statistics on the home that sold for the most amount in Saluda last year. What you can see is $1,680,000. Lowest was $49,900. The highest price per square foot was $1,683, and the lowest price per square foot was $87. Now what you're seeing here is a scatter graph representing the dots, each representing any of those homes that had closed in 2021. And the red line represents the trend line, which means the average distance between the dots. And as we look at that trend line, what we can see is the price per square foot on a given home. So let's say if your home was 2,500 square foot, we would just follow the bottom line over to 2,500 and then follow up to where it meets that red trend line and then follow it over to see what that average price per square, or not average price per square foot, but sorry, the sale price on that home at 2,500 square foot would be. So a 2,500 square foot home in the market over last year would be around $550,000. And as one more example, let's say that your home was 2,000 square foot. Again, just following the bottom line over to 2,000, going straight up to where it meets that trend line, and then coming over to see how much that home's value would be. It's going to be right in between, it looks like 350 and 550, so around $450,000. So the question then you need to ask is, would your home be on that trend line, meaning does it represent the average home, or would your home's price need to be adjusted above the line because it has something greater to offer than the average home, such as a view, acreage, some updates, anything like that, or perhaps needs to be adjusted below the line because maybe it needs updating, has some deferred maintenance, anything like that that would lower the perceived value of the home would be a home below the line. This is why it's very important to talk with a real estate agent in your area so they can make those price adjustments for you. But this is a pretty good idea of where your home might stand if it was, like I said, the average and fell right on that trend line. Now this seems to be the same graph, but it is actually just a bit different. This is homes only since the last 6 months on the graph now. And what's interesting about this is the trend line changed a bit. Let's, for example, take that 2,000 square foot home, follow it up to see where it meets. That 2,000 square foot home over the past year, if we take all the data over the last 12 months, was $450. If you remember, this is actually stating $470,000. That's because things have appreciated over that 6-month period. So this is again why it's important to talk to an agent who can take the most recent data, the most recent homes that have sold over the last couple of months, and be able to see how much that appreciation would make a difference on the price per square foot of your home. This graph is showing your odds of selling at this point in the market using the data from 2021. That last 12 months, 92 properties closed, 10 are currently for sale, and 8 did not sell. So if that is the case with those numbers, right now you've got an 84% chance of selling. But what's most important on this slide, I believe, is actually that we are still very much in a seller's market. How do we know that? Well, what we do is we take the number of homes that are selling per month. So if 92 have closed divided by 12, that's 7.7 per month. Then we look at the number of homes that are on the market. Right now, for sale in Saluda, there's only 10 homes. So if they're selling at 7.7 a month and there's 10 right now, that means it would take 1.3 months to sell those homes. So, 10 divided by 7.7 is 1.3. Anything less than 6 months worth of inventory is considered a seller's market. So just to give you an idea of how many homes it would take for it to be a more balanced market, let's go how many homes we would need for 7 months. Well, for this to be 7 months, it's selling at 7.7 per month. Let's do 7 times 7.7. That's going to be somewhere around 50 something homes that need to be on the market for sale. So there's plenty of room for new inventory to come on the market before we're seeing a more balanced market. So if you are considering selling, that is a great percent odds of selling. And I did want to take a moment and just share with you the 2021 market share. in the Western North Carolina region. As you can see, Beverly-Hanks continues to be the market leader. We have 20.3% of the market, which means that in all the homes that you're looking at for sale that have been sold, we represent over 20% of those. So choosing Beverly-Hanks is choosing a company with a very broad base and a very strong reputation in the real estate industry. And we hope that you will use us and let us show you why that is the case. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed this video for the 2021 market review, market report. We also have this report available in hard copy and digital format. I'd be happy to send you one if you just reach out to me, and it will go over each of the county's statistics. I only shared Polk County since that's where Saluda resides. So if you're interested in knowing more about what's been going on in the other counties, please let me know. I'd be happy to send you that market report. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well and that I hear from each and every one of you very soon. Thank you. Take care. Have a wonderful 2022, and I'll be back with you at the end of quarter one for the quarter one 2022 market report. Bye-bye, everyone.